asked questions of the day because I was trying to do two things at the same time. Have Arsenal imploding? Are they imploding?
Yes, they are. I think there is
Arsenal imploding?
Yes, they are. 3 consecutive draws. Looking at how they are conceding goals left, right, and center, the manner in which they are conceding them goals, how easily it's becoming now for Arsenal to draw points. They are imploding right now.
Yeah, I think they're now facing that pressure. And as a Liverpool fan, when you have an animal like City chasing you thereabout, it's very, very, very difficult. Watching that game against Southampton, you could, after the final whistle, you could just see the emotions. They looked tired. Some of them were almost crying. And I think it seems the last 10 minutes of that game, they were just playing on emotions. And Arteta Ouko Pia on the touchline, he was so emotional. I think it's just that pressure is getting to them. And I don't know how they're going to cope with that pressure.
Yeah. I don't know whether I shared with you guys the analysis that Thierry Henry did on the team.
No.
On passion.
No.
I didn't share it with you.
No.
Now I'm going to try and play it, but he spoke about exactly what you've said, the emotions and the passion, and why you can feel the emotion but not get emotional.
Exactly.
And he explained about why he feels that's a very, 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 very big part of it. Yeah. Teddy, do you think, are they imploding? What do you think is happening to the Arsenal?
I think they're cracking under the pressure, because just like Chep said, after the final whistle, the reaction told the whole story, because even though they managed to secure a point, they've lost six points in the last 3 games.
Yeah,
wow.
2 losses in 3 when you compare it.
Yeah, you can call it as a loss because at this point of the season, it's pretty much win or lose.
Yeah.
And it's not really the Liverpool one. We can excuse it. Oh, it's Anfield. Oh, they never win at Anfield.
Yes.
It's the West Ham one.
Yes.
Which they were so comfortable. I actually tweeted game over after 10 minutes. Because they were so comfortable. Like everything they did was just working.
Yes.
And it was fine margins. And then it's 2-1 just before halftime.
Yeah.
And then Saka has a penalty, misses. And everything just changes on that. The moment, even Arteta said, the momentum just switched.
Yes.
Now the Arsenal Southampton, I switched on the TV at maybe 25 past. I switched on to the game and I saw Arsenal 1-2. I'm like, what's going?
Me, I was looking even for a link, not after link. Some of us, we do the illegal.
Yes.
So you're looking for that link. You're like, there's already a goal. I'm like, bas, now, this is bad.
I saw the second goal. I was very nice.
Okay.
And here's the question. So what do you guys think is the problem? Before I get on to, what do you guys think is the problem? What do you think has happened to the Arsenal?
Well, I think they've lost luck. Number one, you need to say they have lost luck because some of the games that we think about them having lucky escapes, you think about the Bournemouth game, you think about the Manchester United games when they were scoring late in the second half.
Think about the Villa game.
Yes, I was looking at even that game against Southampton. Reece Nelson had a chance, and then Trossard hit the bar. They had a few opportunities in the last 8 minutes of the game, and they just couldn't go in. So number one, they are lacking luck, and then number two, they've just lost their basics because look at the first goal. The goalkeeper slips up, and there is the first goal, and then the second goal also. Another giveaway there from, I think it was Odegaard who gave away the ball. The third one, Partey gives away the ball. They concede a corner and they lose concentration. So lacking basics and lack of luck and the emotions coming up again, all those combined.
They lack men on the pitch, because you could see the Xhaka without being on the pitch. It had a really big effect on the Arsenal players. And this is where the experience comes in, and Arteta will be really looking forward to try and fill in the gaps which have been missing, as have been shown throughout the games.
Yeah. And I think as well they're missing Saliba. I think he's one of their best. He's the best players. And after losing him, I think the next 4 games they have drawn. And so they're really missing him at the back. I think he's the one who alikuwa na control that back line. So they're really missing him. You just feel they're not comfortable without him at the back. So, and on the Southampton game, I think it's just probably they missed Xhaka, and probably something else I can add, and it can be a controversial one, because when you're chasing a title or you are trying to win a title, and it's the last probably 10 or 6 games, there's this leadership. There's somebody, you need somebody there at the back who is going to to control them or probably put people on in line. That is probably their captain. But I don't know Odegaard if he's vocal enough to just panga people. Because I saw Zinchenko calling a meeting. Yeah, that meeting reminded me of the Gerrard one. You remember the Gerrard one?
Yes.
2013,
yes.
And then they didn't have
Here's the thing. You have a point. I agree with part of it. The only one I disagree with Odegaard because Odegaard is, for a kid who's 23, he leads from the front. Even when everyone was hiding in that game, he kept going. He kept trying to move. You can tell he doesn't shrink.
Yeah.
Now, do Arsenal miss something? Arsenal do. They miss Saliba, of course.
Yes.
But I think what all of you guys have touched, the only person who maybe touched on what I agree with the most is Teddy. Right. Arsenal need men. Mm-hmm. Whatever Sammy said is correct. Like in the context, it's correct. Or they are basics, or they are what, or they are lead. But I think what they miss is leadership and experience, which unfortunately only comes with men. Yeah. By men, we mean experience before everyone throws stones. Just experienced leaders, people who've been there before. And you get the feeling like Arsenal is the youngest squad in the Premier League, and it shows. And throughout this season, every so often I'd tweet and say, their age showed today. Their age showed today. The last 2 games, you can tell their age showing. Like where you feel like it's too much because the pressure is cranked up. This is not November. This is not January. Exactly. This is not February. This is 6 games to the end of the season. The finish line is there. And behind you, you have got a monster. And you know these buggers just don't slow down. And you are scared because everyone knows. You said it. My good friend Anna Seda says the same thing. He was telling us day before yesterday, I have done the calculations Arsenal fans are doing in 4 years. Because I am always right next to them like this and I'm thinking, but then those calculations just do not work. And he went as far as telling us, last season I did those calculations 70 minutes into the last game of the season. And then this monster just found a way. So you know that monster. And I think the lack of experience, lack of old heads, and I'll give the example I gave on Twitter again. Edgar Davids for Barcelona in 2005 January. He was key. He just changed them completely. He's an old guy. They were a young team. They were wayward. He got them into a Champions League spot. Henrik Larsson for United fans who remember 06-07. The first title of Wayne Rooney and Cristiano and Luis Saha. He came on in January. He was there for only 3 months. But you have an old head who says, guys, let's go left. Guys, let's go right. The same way today when City are chasing, City are not worrying about Haaland and Alcaraz. They don't care about those ones. No. Just look at how much Pep has played Bernardo Silva in the last few games. Bernardo Silva couldn't get into the team most of the season. Then all of a sudden, we're in the business end. Who are the guys who are starting all those games? The Bayern games? Gundo, Bernardo, KDB.
Kevin.
No debate. Why?
Experience.
The guys who've been there. They know what they are like, guys. This is what happens at this point. Then this is what happens and I feel like Arsenal are missing a bit of that. Now I had someone ask me, but what about Leicester? And I had to tell him, look, Leicester had Ranieri. He was 65 when he was winning it. He was an old man already. So Arteta is young. The team is young, and the pressure, I think, is a bit too much. And the Leicester team was full of journeymen. I know people will say, what experience? That team had 30-year-olds, 29-year-olds who had been in the Championship, in League One, who had really hustled around the league. They had been all over the place. No. Kante and Mahrez were the exceptions. They were the young ones. They were the stardust quality. But if you go back and check Morgan, Huth, Fuchs, Danny Simpson,
even
the keeper Kasper Schmeichel, Jamie Vardy, they were just random guys who'd been around forever. And I think that's what Arsenal is missing. Now, the question maybe would be, and let's answer it when we come back, do they still have a chance? Do they still have a chance? Or has the momentum completely shifted it? I think we do that when we come back.
Hit music